next one. Now, you may or may not be aware that you can now extend your on-prem VMware data center in Azure. I'm sure most of the organizations on this webinar have VMware as their key technology in their own data centers. And whilst you wouldn't necessarily choose this solution over migrating natively into Azure or transforming those services to PaaS or SaaS, for the right set of circumstances, this is a really, really good solution to provide a fast, secure scale to your compute capacity. So if you've got, obviously you need an on-prem VMware estate to start with, but if you've got old unsupported hardware that hasn't been invested in for a long time, you've got that unsupported Windows 2008 estate, so obviously a security risk. You've got capacity constraints, a limited capex budget, because obviously if you're looking to buy new infrastructure on-prem, that will typically be a capex expenditure if that's limited. So if you have any of these issues and aggressive timelines to solve them, then AVS is definitely worth considering. And the great thing about it is it also qualifies for this AMP funding. Okay, so Microsoft will get more involved at the start of this process because of the nature of the solution, making sure that it's sized correctly. They work in nodes, roughly 60-70 servers per node, but you don't have to worry about that for the purpose of this conversation. But Microsoft do get involved a little bit earlier on in this process. But then Cloud Direct will design and build the Azure infrastructure, and then typically you, the customer, will use all of your familiar tooling and skills and resources that you have around your VMware estate, so vCenter and all of the tooling that you would use to manage your on-prem estate, and then you very quickly extend your on-prem data center into the cloud. Okay, very, very rapidly. With very, very little consideration for applications, downtime, or anything like that at all. So what we can say with some certainty is because the migration of workloads to AVS is so rapid, not only will this be fully funded, there's likely to be a bit of a slush fund, some money left over to look at transforming some of those workloads after the event. Okay, so if for whatever reason you need to do this rapidly, and then you want to look at sort of transforming and upgrading and doing other things after the event, there's likely to be some money left over as well. Again, you'll have access to the fast track team to ratify approach, design, etc., and the Enterprise Skills Initiative for that, like I said before, a comprehensive training program as required by your own people.